did the wrong thing by me, and that's why we've had a fallout. Everyone thinks that maybe he's the guy that's going to knock me off. But, you know, I taught Sam everything he knows, you know what I'm saying? He was once upon a time a very good friend of mine, and it's a shame it's come down to this.
I've put that behind me now. When we get in the ring, it's business. My martial arts background is the backbone to my success.
My theory is, you know, you can't hit what's not there, and my theory also is that I'll make them miss and make them pay.
Sanctioning bodies. I think what we've learned here tonight, gentlemen, that not only is this the forerunner or the start of things to come, but I think a little bit further down the track we're going to see the crowning, an international crowning, and some talk of $500,000 put up for stakes money. Tonight they're fighting for $50,000 in that car that you've seen them come down from. Sam Greco and Stan the Man Longinidis, these two fighters, undoubtedly the two best to do battle here at Centre Ring at the Glass House. Here tonight, promises to be a beauty. Just quickly in a word, co-commentator Silvio Morelli, who are you going for?
Well, it's a hard one. I'm not going to make any predictions here because these are both excellent fighters, well conditioned, they're in peak physical condition. They're both after one thing and one thing only, and that is to prove they are the best. And anything can happen here tonight.
Paul Fivel in charge of Sam Greco, you can see on screen at the moment. A superbly toned athlete, and the man that perhaps, not perhaps, but probably put the sport of kickboxing to the fore here in this country. The undisputed world heavyweight Sam the Man Longinidis about to make his way down here in a moment.
You can hear the crowd just going absolutely crazy here. We've got people that love Stan, and some people obviously are here to see Stan get beat, but you know, he's proved undoubtedly that he is, you know, one of the best kickboxers in the world, and he certainly put the sport of kickboxing right up there in this country, and you know, you've got to give Stan credit for that.
Crowd rises one here. Nick Zachariah. You've heard Silvio Morelli have his say.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm very excited tonight, Rob. I'm so excited at the moment to see the two boys up in the ring, and may the best man win. Both guys look fantastic, physically fit. What can I say?
Let's go ringside to Howard Lee.
Welcome on my left in the blue corner. He scales an even 100 kilograms. Paul Fifield, his mentor. From Werribee, Victoria, South Pacific, an Australian super heavyweight champion. 5 bouts, 4 wins. Would you welcome the Sicilian scarlet of scintillating splendor, Slam and Sam Greco! Across the ring in the red corner, he took kickboxing across the world from Doncaster, Victoria, scaling 96.95 kilograms. Sikatic, Smith, Sadake, Elmore, and Buck. The sophisticate of starstruck sincerity. Stan the Man Longinidis. And your official referee from Perth, Western Australia, Mr. Dean Morgan. The crowning.
Good both hand, guys. I want you to defend yourself at all times and listen to me. My call. Good luck.
Well, they're ready to rumble. That's the way Howard Lee summed it up at the moment. Stan the Man Longinidis with Dana Goodson in the corner, Paul Fifield in the corner of Sam Greco. 3 rounds, and I tell you what, things might have been a little bit slow earlier on, but they're really going to hot up here.
And will it go the distance?
Well, we've heard what my co-commentators Silvio Morelli and Nick Zachariah have had to say. I just get the feeling that perhaps Stan the Man might be the fresher of the two. Could go either way. Centering Silvio.
Well,
and
both boys, you know, showing a little bit of respect here. And I think I've got a funny feeling Stan's saying a couple of words there in Sam's ear. And I would not be surprised.
Notice Stan grab him straight away. As soon as Sam made his first move, Stan was all over him like a rash. Just grabbed him, just so he couldn't score.
I tell you what, I commend the referee, or commend him, I should say. I think he's done a tremendous job here tonight.
Look, I've got a funny feeling Stan did that. I think he was he had a few words to say in Sam's ear. And Stan going in with some leg kicks here.
Body kick from Greco. Both boys in the black trunks. Greco's got the white piping down, and Stan the Man in the all black. Sam Greco, right of screen.
Stan checking well.
Kicks to the back of Longinidis. The power puncher, the big kicker. Both boys similar build.
Stan neutralising Sam's kneeing ability there. Had him nice and tight so he wouldn't be able to get in with those knees.
The bottom line out of this, Nick, if they continue this in the first round.
Whoa! Left hook, right cross, leg kick, and Stan's starting to fire up now.
I was about to say he's going to have to fire up because it's only 3 rounds. Could be one hell of an explosion here in rounds 2 and 3.
I think Stan's giving, or I should say Sam, I think is giving Stan a little bit too much respect here. Let's not forget, these guys have been sparring partners. They know each other very well. So,
well,
yes.
Greco came through the guard there of Longinidis.
Longinidis grabbing Sam Greco every time Sam throws a combination. I can't see much respect between the two fighters personally. I don't think either fighters really respect each other. My opinion.
Well, when you're fighting for 50,000 and that little red machine sitting up there on stage.
Respect seems to be forgotten.
Gone out the door. Last man standing.
Nice left hook on the button there. And a right cross. Stan's starting to find his mark now, countering Sam's moves. Coming in with an inside leg kick. And Sam missing. Sam can't seem to get those knees in. Stan's just neutralising that attack.
Sam Greco, centre ring here at the Entertainment Centre here in Melbourne. And Longinidis just standing back. Both fighters flicking out the legs. No contact made. End of round one. How'd you see it, Nick Zachariah?
How do I see it? A bit hard to tell right now, Rob, but I noticed that every time Sam does throw a combination, Stan jumps him and just grabbles him, but I can't say much right now. I don't know which way to call it, Rob.
It's pretty even out there. I think Stan would have scored a few points with some of the boxing.
Well, I think that T-shirt just about tells the story, doesn't it? There only can be one. It's crossed out, and there is only one. And that's the corner of Stan the Man Longinidis.
I know that Stan tonight is dedicating this fight to his best friend and manager, Nick Kenos, who had a serious operation to remove a tumour from his brain. And, you know, Stan was devastated, and that happened about 3.5 weeks ago. Really upset Stan's training.
Let's go centre ring again. Greco flicking to the back of Longinidis. Now switches with the left leg, or goes to the inside. The power punching at the moment of Longinidis starting to come through here on top of Greco. They size one another up. Longinidis not finding the range as far as punching is concerned. Now comes over the top of the right hand. Now that thudding right kick to the back of the thigh. Greco goes to bite into the back of the hamstring. And Greco trying to get the upper hand of Longinidis back on the ropes.
And see Sam going in there with an inside leg kick. Stan evading it nicely. Stan's very relaxed. Stan's very relaxed. Picking Sam off here. Both guys simultaneous leg kick. Sam switching from southpaw orthodox.
Nice spinning back kick by Sam Greco. Nice spinning back kick. Oh, bit of a clash there.
I'll tell you what, the thing I've noticed, these boys are fighting better the second time around than they did early.
Well, they've been able to get the cobwebs out of the system. It's a good leg kick from Sam. And Stan moving in there with some boxing, with some punches.
Longinidis has had trouble with his legs, but they are producing some awesome power, and they have. It's probably got him to where he is today. Checked there by Greco. The attempt of Longinidis.
Oh,
nothing in it, nothing in it at all, just to the back of the head. And Greco trying to work to the back of the thigh of Longinidis. A little bit of tape right at the back there too of Longinidis' left leg.
And Sam got a knee kick to the head.
Sam Longinidis.
That was a knee to the head. And
before he hit the ground.
That is very... Ooh. I think he was on the ground. His knees were on the ground. And that would have to be a foul. But that's... If Stan's got to relax and he's got to get it back together again now. I'd like to see that on a slow-mo because, yes, the referee is calling it a foul. He's taking a point off for a foul. Stan was on the ground and Sam Greco delivered a knee to the head.
No, he didn't.
Well, the referee's there. He's the man who calls the shots, so we've got to agree with him, whether you like it or not. You can make up your mind from where you saw it at home.
Yeah, I guess you're
Crowd
right.
get to their feet. This is on. This is war. Second round.
It's war. These guys, there is no love lost between these guys. It's war. Down they go.
And Greco having a few words to Stan Longinidis. Stan and Sam could have picked a couple of easier names. End of round two. Oh, has this building for something?
I can tell you that point that came off Sam's score is not going to help him towards winning this fight.
From where I saw it, Silvio, actually, Sam threw his knee out before Stan actually hit the ground, he still was halfway. Sam Greco still had him as he threw the knee. I saw it from here from the monitor, and I'd like to see it actually slow motion instant replay just for my own satisfaction, but I guess I'm going to have to wait for that.
We've got to go with the centre referee. The centre referee called a foul point there, taking a point off Sam, I beg your pardon. And as I said, that isn't going to help Sam win this particular fight.
Well, Paul Fifield fires up his man. Sam Greco, final round, 50,000 at stake. This is the crowning. Out comes Stan Longinidis. I think he's stung by what's happened, and he's really going to have to unleash something. Here it is, third and final round.
And these guys are going, Stan landing some heavy blows.
Boys
Both these guys going, and
down.
we have Sam delivering a heel to the ribs there. And these guys want to get it on. These guys want to mix it.
It's almost
Longinidis getting up out of centre ring at the moment. And I reckon he's got a little bit of a
Longinidis
cut
is calling it a headbutt.
Why wouldn't he?
Longinidis has a cut above the eye. He's calling it a headbutt.
And why wouldn't he?
Now, is this gamesmanship by Longinidis to try and get another point?
I think it might be like that, Rob.
In all fairness, he's got a cut above the eye, and it's got to be looked at, because as a fighter, if he's got blood coming down into his eye, he's not going to be able to see what he has to do, and it's got to be taken care of.
Well, the man who I thought would be the freshest is at this point of time under a bit of pressure. Sam Greco.
Looks like more of a grudge fight than a competition fight from where I see it, Rob.
Look at Greco stalking in centre ring there. Longinidis, where are you? He calls in the middle of the ring. Yep, it's all right. I think the doctor says, yes, it should be okay. You're ready to fight, says the referee. Now, what's happening here?
Paul Fifield jumping up and down in the ring.
Longinidis is still stunned by all this. Get back to your neutral corner. Get back to your own corner. That's the blue corner of Sam Greco's. All this crowd want them to get it on at the moment. The referee laying down the law. Now Longinidis saying to him, it definitely was a headbutt. Have you taken a point off for it? No, he hasn't. How much time are they allowed, Silvio, to be able to repair this?
Well, they're trying to stop the bleeding, and it's got to be getting very close to time.
Standing. Longinidis devastated. Greco can't wait for him to get it on. Now this crowd, have a look at them. I don't think anyone's sitting on their seat at all. Longinidis. I tell you what, he's going to have to gather his composure pretty quickly, because Greco is fired right up. Greco standing centre ring. Slam him, Sam. Gee, for a bloke with only 5 fights under his belt, what does the future hold for him? How much longer can this go on? That's the question I ask.
Who knows? Who knows what could happen next?
Get it on.
And they're back.
They're back down on the ground again. Looks like it's a wrestling match, Rob.
Well, I think Longinidis has got to get up and start landing a bit. Well, I hope you're enjoying this, because I tell you what, the 5,000 that are gathered here at the Sports and Entertainment Centre are on the edge of their seats.
This is a grudge match. This is a grudge match, and both boys want to prove something here.
Greco, perhaps just a little bit quicker on the reflexes, stands in the spot of honor. Still shaking the head. Get on with it, son. You're playing for high stakes once you sort of get into the centre ring here, I can tell you. Longinidis leads out the left hand. No fighter really landing any clear punches at the moment. They've adopted more of the boxing code than so much as the kickboxing. The wrestling continues. Longinidis flinging Greco back into the ropes. Now Greco gets him.
Yes, and he's landed a couple.
Left and right for the body. Longinidis underneath, Greco over the top. Referee comes in to separate them.
Longinidis landed a couple of punches there. Greco landing some knees. and both guys are getting it on. Greco going in with a leg kick, and Longinidis countering with a left hook.
Left jab by Sam Greco.
Longinidis going in with his hands, and we have the end of the round.
Well done. Goodson goes into centre ring and puts the hands up. He thinks his man's won it. And Paul Byfield's man, Sam Greco, says yes, it's clean.
I personally think that wasn't like a wrestling match to me, mate. I'm not impressed at all.
Unfortunately, you know, the guys ended up on the ground a couple of times. I think they were just so pent up, wanting to score, wanting to win, that it just didn't work out the way the one wanted.
Let's go ringside.
Could everybody leave the ring, as Craig said, who is not an official or a member of the either corner? Please leave the ring. You have plenty of time for celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, that was war. Come on, give both men a standing ovation. Come on! Who's the champ?
Well, Howard Lee trying to get some decorum at the moment down there in centre ring. Both fighters, Stan Longinidis, they're still working on him in the corner. From that well-alleged headbutt, I suppose, is probably the best way we'd sum that up. Silvio Morelli.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to find out exactly how it happened, but I think that's what Stan was intimating. And who knows what really happened down there. But one thing's for sure, there's no love lost between these two guys.
Well, Sam Greco also got a little bit of a cut to the top of the head as well.
I think it's very sad to see so much disrespect getting thrown amongst two old buddies. I personally don't like seeing that, Rob. I'm one of the humble martial artist types, and you know, fighters shouldn't be like so aggressive in a way of hate, and that's all I could really vibe from here tonight is a lot of hate between the two boys. And
well, I don't know so much as hate, but you know, the guys have had a bit of a falling out, and I think they just want to prove, obviously, to each other and everyone else.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I bet you Stan and Longinidis.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. The new crowning champion, Slammin' Sam Greco.
Well, I was wrong.
What an upset.
Sam Greco, the king of the
I don't know whether you call it an
heavyweight.
upset, but I think if you have a look at it over again, boys, you might change your mind a fraction. Stan Longinidis a couple of times went to the canvas. What we thought might have been illegal tactics. Nick Zachariah thought it was all fair and above board. Probably, when you look at it in hindsight now, if that point was taken off.
Yeah, Sam would have been still in the lead anyway.
So
it doesn't work either way. Even if though Sam lost the point earlier, he still won. I just didn't like seeing the guy. It was more too much of an aggressive type match. I mean, there was no style on the fighting. I didn't really enjoy
something a little bit new, something that we're going to see a lot more of, I think, here in this country. Fights as the same. Let's go down here to ringside Howard Lee with the victor.
And security people, please move aside. Sam, look towards the camera.
Well, good luck to Sam.
You officially
and good
the
luck
king of the heavyweights. Ladies and gentlemen, could the security people please move aside again? Ladies and gentlemen, there can be only one winner, but Stan the man. In just a moment, I'll talk to both Sam and Stan. I've never known so much tension here as this evening. Stan, come across, could you please? Come on, give this man a round of applause. What a gallant fighter he was. Stan the man, Longinidis. Stan, you couldn't describe the controversy during the battle. You've sustained a head cut and all those things. Well, what would you call it, Sam? Well, was it knee to the head?
Anyway, look, I'm not going to be. I'm going to be graceful in defeat because I've always tried to represent the sport and be a positive role model and ambassador. And I'm not going to take nothing away from Sam. It was definitely a rough fight. Call it controversial or whatever, with a point taken off Sam with a knee to the head when I was down. But anyway, regardless, the judges gave it against me. Like I said, Sam was victorious tonight. I'm not going to take nothing away from him. I wanted to dedicate this victory tonight, but unfortunately I'm not victorious. But I wanted to dedicate it to my best friend and manager, Nick Canos, who couldn't be with me tonight. He's expecting a phone call. He's going to be disappointed with the news. But anyway, I want to thank my family, my supporters. I want to thank my team for being behind me. Most of all, I want to thank my Heavenly Father, Jesus, for giving me the glory. Thank you.
Sam the Man Longinidis, come on, a big round of applause there. Very, very gracious, in keeping with his tradition of being great ambassador since 1987. Sam Greco, congratulations. Sam, come on, he's the king of the heavyweight. Sam, going into this tournament, most people thought you'd get through the final, but you were an outsider, weren't you?
I was an outsider, and all I got to say is if you, sorry, I'm lost for words, but all I can say, plain and simple, I worked very, very hard today. I warred it out with everyone, and look, I've got to say this, just a word to Stan and his camp. Stan has put kickboxing on the map here in Australia and has been a great ambassador and great role model. And you know, I've got to take off my hat to the guy. Tonight, like I said at the press conference, I was made out to be the bad man, but you ain't seen a bad man till tonight. And I proved that. And I'm a man of my word. That's right, there only can be one. Look, I'd like to thank some very, very special people. Besides all my friends here, my advisor and great, great friend, Mr. Graham Burke and wife, who've been fantastic. These guys are straight out of a gold mould. They're unbelievable. They stuck right beside me, and till this very day. And I just hope I've made yourself, here he is now, yourself and all your camp from LA and wherever they've come from. We've had very special guests here today, from movie producers, movie directors, to you name it. They're all champions, and they can all join me at the end of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming tonight. It was a pleasure fighting in front of a capacity crowd, and I'm pretty sure you guys will follow me all the way through.